and a very warm welcome to you. I'm Hayley Palmer and welcome to the Pretty Woman special. Yes, we're joined by cast members Rachael Wooding and Bob Harms. We will be catching up with them after this. Rachael and Bob, it's great to have you here. How are you doing?
Good.
I'm all right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I love about you guys is that you've already done a matinee show and they're looking fresh somehow. I don't get it. And then they've got to do a show this evening.
14-inch thick makeup.
What is the secret, Bob? Let's come to you.
The secret?
Yeah.
For doing, what, 2 shows in a day?
Yeah, how do you get the stamina?
Oof, just doing it forever, basically.
Right,
yeah.
okay. You're so used to it that it just kind of happens.
Yeah, I kind of have to be here, though. I'm contracted to be here. So.
Yes, otherwise I get the sack. Okay, amazing. Rachel, what about you?
Do you know what? I like back in the day, like matinees were always a bit, but now I'm all about a matinee.
Right.
Get that matinee because I'm up with my kid.
Yeah.
Matinee done. I'd like to go home now, but obviously again,
No, you've got to keep going.
Yeah.
When you were younger, it was more like, you
Back
know,
in the day.
do the old, do the evening and then go out drinking, and then the matinee was always, you know, horrendous to come and do that afterwards. But
Now
it's
don't do
like...
that.
it's all about the matinee.
Right, like it, like it. Well, we're going to go into your first song and I'm going to talk more to you about the show. Wild Woman do Natalie Cole. Rachel, I know this is your pick.
Yeah.
Why have you chosen this song for us?
Do you know what? Like, I genuinely love Pretty Woman, like, the film. Like, I watched it. It's one of those now, if it comes on Channel 5 or something.
Like,
I'm not turning it off. I'm going to watch it. I love it. And I've watched it a million times, and I just think that's a banging song.
It really is. We're going to check this out. And I'll be speaking to Rachel and Bob on the other side of this.
What women do, and they don't regret it.
So I want to rewind to how everything started for you. So Rachel, I'm going to come to you because you trained at Birds, didn't you?
Yeah.
So rewinding right back, was dancing, singing, acting just in your bones? Did you just naturally be able to
Do you know
sing? I'm
what?
jealous.
No, yeah. Do you know, no one in my family had ever done anything like this.
Oh.
It wasn't like, no one knew. I didn't know how to get into it, but it just genuinely was one of them things that I could just do. And everyone laughs at me, but I used to be really shy.
Oh, we can't believe that.
I
Is this
was
right?
really shy. And then I went to dancing, you know,
Yeah.
they send
It brings
your little
out
girls
your
to
confidence
ballet.
though, doesn't it? Yeah.
And then, like, I think it was my grandma, like, I was singing along to something, and my grandma said to my mum, she can sing. And then, I don't know, it just happened then. And so that was it. The rest just made it up as I went along. But I did, like, a traditional route into it, you know.
Yeah.
Went to drama school and then just went into industry.
The exact opposite happened to me because my mum said she can't sing.
Thanks, Mum.
Still to this day. Bob, let's come to you. How did it all start?
I was very young, and both my sisters went to dance school. And
So you had no choice?
well, no, I did, and the only reason I started was because I had there was one day we were taking my sisters to class, and I was sat in the back with a friend of mine from primary school. This is when I was 6 years old, and my mum asked me if I wanted to join in, and he was like, don't do it. And I was like, just because he said that, I said, yeah, I'm going to do it. So
I don't get that at all from you, Bob.
yeah, funny that, isn't it? Yeah, so just to spite him, I started
you
dancing, and then I kind of never really stopped.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I went when I was 13. I then went to a dance school.
That's quite early, isn't
Yeah.
it, to go to a dance school?
Yeah, I loved it.
You loved it, yeah?
Yeah, 5 years there, and that was the best time of my life.
I can honestly say, like, look, I don't regret anything, but I think that would have been a better route for me. I liked school up until I was like in primary school and then junior school, fine, because it's just the norm. But I think when I got to senior school, I just remember thinking, I was a bit of a chameleon, but I didn't really fit in.
Yeah.
And I think as soon as I went to drama school, I was like, oh, these are my people. So I probably would have done well doing
Going
that.
earlier.
Yeah.
I wonder if your teachers have come to watch the show.
Nope.
No, they haven't. On that note, we're going to move forward.
Probably.
Anyway,
It's 'cause we're old.
we're going to go into It Must Have Been Love, Roxette. Bob, this is your choice. Banging tune.
Well, it's a great song, and it's obviously from the film as well. It's one of one of my favourites from the film. Anyway, yeah, it's a great song. It's one that you can't help sing along to.
You have to sing along
Yeah.
to this, and you have to sing it loud, don't you? Turn this song up loud. So I want to learn more about what happens in Pretty Woman the musical here at the West End? Because obviously, as a viewer, we come along, watch you guys, but I love getting the backstage goss. So Rachel, let's come to you. What time do you have to get here?
I'm the
What time?
worst person to ask. I'm supposed to be here
Right.
for 6:15. No. Thing is, I'm joking aside, I've always been like a stickler for the rules.
Okay, that's good.
I've always, up until now, because like I live in Hertfordshire, so
Right.
I'm not in London anymore, and
Trains, yeah.
and I have to pick my child. It's like the window is so small.
Yeah.
I have to pick Emmy up from school, whiz home, you know, get her some dinner on, then pass her over to George, and then and then I have to drive to the station, get on the train, get on the tube. And the thing is, I usually am here on time, but then I sit putting my makeup on. I'm like, why does everyone thinks I'm not even here and I'm actually here?
I believe you,
So-
Rachel, don't worry. It's fine.
Also, I will say this. Like, what we do is we do at 6:15, we do like a physical warm-up and then a vocal warm-up, and then we do like parish notes and, you know, anything that needs to be said. And
Right,
any
so if something's not right the day
rehearsals.
before, you have to go through it, make the amendments.
In case, you know, there's changes because somebody might be ill or somebody else is on or just need to work something out. That's not all the time, but that's why we have that extra time.
Right.
So if I'm warming up physically, dancing warm-up, right, at 6:15
She's
at
in the
my
splits
age,
there, yeah.
right, there is no way that I'm going to be warm for 7:30. So this is my excuse for not kicking a leg at 6:15.
There we go.
I need to do that at about 7:25 because I'm getting old.
Beat that. What's the physical warm-up like? Is it kind of like low-key, or is it like you're going for it? Give us a bit of an idea. I mean, you have to physically do it, but...
It kind of depends on what your show entails and what you're about to do, and I think you should take some responsibility in yourself also in the warm-up that you do. There is somebody leading the warm-up.
Yeah.
Right.
So we can all follow it. But in order to, you know, if you're doing something that needs a lot more warming up, and if you're whacking your legs around, then you should be stretching you should take that upon yourself to do that. Not rely on the person in the front to show you how to do it. They do it starts kind of like an aerobic warm up and then some stretches basically.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
Move every part of
but,
your body, yeah.
And is it a mindset as well? Do you have to psych yourself up? Do you go into a bit of a zone, Rachel?
Sit over there and think about it. No, do you know what? I think what's good about warm-up, even though it is for warming up your body, but it's also a good place so the not first time I don't bump into you is hiya on stage. You know, we've seen each other, we've connected
little catch-up,
before.
haven't you?
You know,
Yeah.
and I think that's as important as a company to come together before you tell your story.
I like the chat bit. That sounds good to me more than the exercise. We're going to go into my hero, Foo Fighters. Rachel, tune.
Honestly, Foo Fighters are the best.
You love them?
Yeah. And now, obviously, at the minute, you know, because Taylor's just left us, so I just like even more so. This song's amazing. And at the memorial concert, his son played on this track, drummed like, yeah, wow, fan.
Right, we've got some questions from some of our lovely viewers. Mandy wants to know, what is your favourite scene from the show? Bob, let's come to you.
Mine would be the ones where I get to stand still.
Like it.
I do a great scene with. I do a great scene.
Yeah.
I do a great scene with
Reading
Vivian at the front. Only because most of the other ones I'm just dancing around, you know, acting a fool, and this one's it's just nice to stand still and
Okay.
actually, have a bit of a
I
story.
remember that from rehearsals way back when in 1942 when we started the show, I genuinely remember seeing this scene for the first time and thinking, it's really beautiful. And the bit following with Edward as
Edward,
well.
yeah.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the show, you've got to come and see it. You've got to come and check this out. Rachel, what's your favourite scene?
There's we call it the pool scene in this, but it's when Kit goes to visit Vivian when she's been, you know, at the Beverly Wilshire, and they have like that little moment, and I just think it's really a great scene. Yeah.
Yeah, we like that. And Lorraine says, has anything funny happened on set? Because we're just nosy here on the show, so we want to know. Rachel?
Daily.
Like, daily.
Things happen all the time.
All the time.
All the time. But for me personally, I take it as a personal challenge. Like when we're in the wings, there's like and some of the set gets pushed on and off, and if anything gets stuck in it, we could have a show stop. Nobody wants a show stop because people want to go home.
Right, got
People, as in me. so literally, and they're always saying to little Al, who plays the bell boy, who is amazing, by the way, and they're always saying to him, I come down into this wing before I come on for Rodeo Drive, my big song, and they're always in there, and I can always see him, and I'm like, what's happening? What's on stage? They're like, we're looking for, I don't know, something that's gone missing, or one of Vivian's condoms, or something's flinging around, and I'm like, yes, bring it on! And I literally go and play hide and seek whilst acting, going,
wow,
and I'm like,
that's
yes,
a skill.
got it, bosh, I love it. And Alex is always like, don't ask me. I'm like, stand aside, Alex.
You got this.
I've got it.
Wow, genius. I don't even know what my name is. I mean, I don't know how you do two things at once.
No.
Bob, got any little stories you can share?
No, the funniest thing that I think's happened is when in the Voltaire, when the piano slides on and off.
Yeah.
One of the crew slid it the wrong way one day, and it was meant to be sliding off, and it came on stage, and I was shouting, "Other way, other way!" And I was worried it's going to take some people out. There wasn't it's going to knock everybody over, but nobody was there. It was all fine.
Brilliant.
Everybody just laughed.
I love that you have so much fun, because that's the vibe that I'm getting, which is
We
great,
do.
isn't it?
Yeah, we
You've got to
do.
have fun with it, right?
You have to,
Yeah.
yeah, because otherwise, the monotony of doing the same thing every night could drive you crazy. So I think you've got to
Absolutely.
Find the fun.
shake it up a bit.
Yeah.
Well, talking of shaking things up, we are going into Whitney. Now you're talking. How will I know? I don't think you can beat this song in my life, because it's just one of those tunes, isn't it?
It's that song that always guaranteed to get me up at, if you're at a wedding or something, if they start playing it, I'll always get up.
He's first up.
Yeah.
And I always like this in a set. Well, if I'm feeling good in a set, if I'm singing with a band.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah,
I sing
you're in
with
a band,
bands,
yeah.
And I always think, yeah. And that's when you know if you're in good shape vocally. If you can
see.
do a little up harmony from.
Well, I won't be challenging myself to that one,
Yeah,
but
definitely. That would be. I'm not okay right now. It's a no.
here we go, Whitney, enjoy. Now, we have got a quick fire question round, because we like to get to know our guests a little bit more. Here goes. Favourite song from the show, Rachel?
Your song. I don't know what it's called.
On Night Like
On
Tonight.
Night Tonight.
Bob?
I'm always stuck to this ever since the beginning. I'm going to say I Can't Go Back.
Yes, banger.
I love that. Ritual before going on stage. Bob, coming to you.
Oh, there's one point in the show where I do something before I go on stage, and I just tap my hat down before I walk on, and it's just something that it's not left me since the start.
What, every time?
Yeah.
There we go. Didn't know that about Bob.
I've had the same thing that I've done ever since I did 2000 at Starlight Express in 2000. Yeah, and I have an Albus pastel, and I call it a green beetle, and I stick it to the roof of my mouth to give it a bit of.
Right.
And I've had it, and I started doing it because in Starlight you do races, so you get
Yeah.
really dry, and then all of a sudden you're like, someone help me make up my heart. It was not good, and I
Is
was
it
like,
the same Albus pastel that
It's
you've
the
used
same one.
since 2000?
yeah,
Just to
Yeah.
clarify.
yeah. But people think I've got something wrong with the roof of my mouth. I'm like, no, it's just an Albus pastel.
Okay, good to clarify. We like that. Favourite thing to do on your day off, Rachel?
Hang out with Emmy and George, my
Ah,
family.
it's cute.
Yeah.
Bob?
As little as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Just like to sit there.
It's quite hard, this show, When you get
No, I
a day off,
appreciate that.
it's like...
Just don't
I
speak to
can't-
me.
Yeah, I'm just going to not do anything today.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I
Dreamy
want to
day. Can you sit still, Rachel? Are you on the go?
Yeah, because we have a day off on a Monday. It's kind of not a day off.
Right.
Do you know,
Yeah,
do you know what I
yeah.
mean? So I'm up, school run,
Yeah.
this and this, do the shop, all things like that.
Understand, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, on the
That's-
go.
that is my
I like
life.
it. Loving the energy. Funniest cast member. Is there a cast member that's a bit of a joker, Bob? Is it you?
No, it's not me. I think that maybe
you're hilarious.
I think Rachel will be the only person to say that. But I think it's
Oh no. Okay, that's all.
Rachel. No, it's I think Ben, who plays a cowboy for me, because we have the similar humour, I think. So yeah, that's
Is that a good thing?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I only
yeah.
get to see him a few times in the show, but we're always laughing.
love that. Rachel, who's the funniest? Is someone that stands out to you?
No. I mean,
No, you was
literally
funny.
No one's funny. Nothing's good about. No, I'm joking. I think you're funny. I mean, not all the time, but when you are on form, you are quite.
Not what she said
hoot.
earlier.
Yeah,
Absolute hoot.
hoot.
Love it. And who's got the best dance moves in the whole car?
Annie.
Annie.
Annie. We need to get Annie on the show.
Oh, I'm telling you now, there's
She's,
also not just dance moves. There's something about that girl.
Yeah.
She's really young. And so she's like completely. I remember telling her that my West End debut was in 2003 and she wasn't born. So we're not similar.
Okay, yeah.
But right, having said that, there's something about Annie.
Oh, yeah.
She's
got
beautiful.
some-
She's got loads of energy. She's just her.
Yeah.
She's just Annie. And I'm
Unapologetically her,
unapologetically her. And I always, like, if I'm teaching, I don't know who Annie is, and I'm like that, you all need to be more Annie.
Right. I feel like I need to be Annie now.
Oh my God, you'll
Yeah.
love her.
It's the whole show on Annie.
You could,
Anyway.
and do you know what? If you asked her some questions, you'd get some mad answers.
You get some
Really?
crazy
Really?
answers.
Some
It would be,
crazy answers.
Another
it would
show.
be a great...
Okay.
She's brilliant.
Okay, we're tracking down Annie for that. But we're going to go into Bruno Mars, Uptown Funk. I didn't think the show could get any better, but it is now because we're all going to throw some dance moves to this one, aren't we? Woohoo! Here we go. Oh, guys, I just want to keep talking and hearing all the funny jokes and everything that goes on behind the scenes. But we want to encourage everyone to come and see the show. If you haven't seen Pretty Woman, the musical, here at the Savoy Theatre, why not? Why haven't you seen it in your life? I've
Yeah.
seen it about 4 times.
Really?
Yeah. And I've seen the movie about 20 times.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me feel better.
Yeah,
For me, I
loads.
came along the first time and I thought, please don't ruin it because I love the movie so much.
course.
And I have to say that when I watched it, I was like, thank goodness.
Yeah,
It
because you get all those bits that you know.
Yeah, I was like, yes. And I came away, like every time I've come away, feeling really good.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, and I think we all need that after everything everyone's been through. You just come away, you forget about everything. So we want everyone to come and see the show. We're going to put details on the screen below. Rachel, in 30 seconds, tell us why we should come and see you in Pretty Woman.
Well, for everything you said, it's a feel-good show. It's a good night out, and like you say, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get the movie, and you're going to get songs and dancing, and by the end, if you're not up on your feet, you're dead inside.
Harsh, but true. Bob.
Well, you've left me with not much to say, but Danny Mac does take his shirt off.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I mean,
That's always worth a visit.
what can we say? On that note, we're going to end the show, not with Danny Mac taking his shirt off, but
That's
can be arranged. It can be arranged. Guys, thank you so much. This has been absolutely wonderful. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day. We're going to let you get back to the show, but thank you so much. It's Rachel and Bob from Pretty Women the Musical. Huge thank you, Rachel Wooding and Bob Harms. What a show, Pretty Woman the Musical special, just loving it. Thank you to you at home for supporting the show. It really is much appreciated. Thank you. Now, I will see you same time, same place next week. We're going to leave you with Fleetwood Mac, and I'll see you then.
Loving you isn't the